An attempted murder suspect has been caught.
A woman's home is engulfed in flames.
And 2 drunk drivers have accidents.
All this and more tonight on News 46.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, specializing in comprehensive accident rehabilitation. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Pahrumph's #1 media source for local news, weather, and sports.
Good evening. It's Monday, March 14th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Kelsey Roberts for News 46. Nye County Sheriff Office detectives have captured the attempted murder suspect, David Taylor, in Oregon.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued an official press release regarding the capture of David Neal Taylor. The Nye County Sheriff's Office received information about the possible whereabouts of David Neal Taylor, who is alleged to have intentionally thrown a large rock through the windshield of a passing vehicle in the area of Highway 372 and Blagg Road on February 10th of 2011. A 20-year-old passenger in the vehicle, Stacy Johnson, was severely injured during the attack and taken by Mercy Air to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas. During the subsequent investigation, David Taylor was identified as one of the 3 suspects involved. He fled the scene, and Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives have been following up on numerous leads regarding his whereabouts. A warrant was obtained for Taylor's arrest. Among the many leads, Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives received information that Taylor was located in Talladega, Oregon. Nye County Sheriff's Office detective contacted detectives in that jurisdiction and requested their assistance. Taylor was subsequently located there and taken into custody. An extradition hearing is expected to be held in the next week, after which Taylor will be brought back to Nye County, where he will be booked on the no-bail arrest warrant and required to answer the alleged charges, which are attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, battery with a deadly weapon, intimidating a witness. Anyone with information pertaining to this case are encouraged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. Attention, Detective Mike Eisenloffel. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies bust a chop shop on Medicine and make an arrest of 2 suspects. And this isn't the first time.
Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued an official press release. On February 9th of 2011, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies took a report of a stolen trailer, quads, and several motorcycles. On February 24th, 2011, Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Kaler located the stolen trailer and one of the stolen motorcycles using LoJack. Upon recovering the stolen property, they were able to identify a location for a possible suspect, utilizing evidence left behind at the scene with the stolen property. Nevada Highway Patrol and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to that address and were able to locate the remaining stolen vehicles. On March 8th of 2011, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies received a report on Windy Lane of a possible stolen quad. Upon arriving, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies located 2 stolen quads from the initial report taken on February 9th of 2011, under the control of Raymond Mand. Subsequent investigation identified that Gregory DeNapple and Raymond Mann were acquaintances, and DeNapple had been at Mann's residence on Windy Lane. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives were preparing to execute a search warrant on Mann's residence subsequent to his arrest, at which point Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies observed a motorcycle leaving the area of his house. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies attempted to stop the vehicle, and the driver led Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies on a several-mile pursuit ending in the desert west of Pahrump. The driver lost control of his motorcycle and fled on foot. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives obtained information that DeNapple was believed to be the individual operating the motorcycle during the pursuit with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies. March 11, 2011, a search warrant was obtained for DeNapple's residence at 4051 Medicine Man. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies executed the warrant and discovered what appeared to be a chop shop, where DeNapple was dismantling motorcycles, dirt bikes, and quads and reassembling them with altered VINs. There were also several cars that appeared to be in various stages of alteration. Several items and personal property were also recovered that appeared to have been stolen. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives are continuing to identify all the vehicles and locate all of the potential victims of the stolen property. 44-year-old Gregory DeNapple was located by Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies a short distance from the residence in his vehicle, was taken into custody and booked into the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center for possession of stolen property, transfer of stolen property, alteration of vehicle identification numbers, felony eluding. Suspect Raymond Mann, 46 of Pahrump, was charged with possession of stolen property, 2 counts, alteration of vehicle identification number, and felony failure to appear on warrants. DeNapple is no stranger to these types of charges, and the Nye County Sheriff's Office Predator Task Force executed a search warrant at the very same property just months ago and recovered thousands of pieces of stolen property to include numerous vehicles. DeNapple has been released on his own recognizance as part of a plea negotiation in that case. DeNapple is scheduled to appear back in court for sentencing in May on the original charges from the first search warrant. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives are still investigating, and anyone with information are encouraged to contact the detectives at 751-7000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
One woman lost everything this past Saturday morning when her motorhome was completely destroyed by flames.
We are here on 5th and West Street where a structure fire occurred on Saturday right before 11 a.m. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies who blocked traffic in all directions. The USDA commodity distribution was going on at the time, so there was lots of traffic in this area. We're told by witnesses that this fire started in this RV because of a tumbleweed, that the RV was actually started up and backfired and there was a tumbleweed underneath. The woman inside was trying to collect her belongings as the structure was actually being engulfed in flames. One of the people on scene actually had to pull her from the home to make sure that she was uninjured in this. There were several exposures threatened at the time, being that these RVs are in very close proximity to each other. We were told that the woman made it out uninjured. There was also propane tanks attached to this RV, which did not explode, but were a threat to the firefighters. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue will be investigating the cause of this accident. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Wow, that was some flame.
I know.
Poor woman.
I couldn't believe it.
And such close proximity to the other motorhome is really lucky that that one didn't catch on fire too.
Absolutely.
Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have much more local news right after this break. Please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, specializing in comprehensive accident rehabilitation. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900.
Welcome back to News 46. State Senate Majority Leader Stephen Horsford has requested emergency legislation to conduct a performance audit of the revenue collection functions of the Department of Taxation following questions last week about the thoroughness of the agency's review of mining tax payments.
A number of the members of the Senate Revenue Committee expressed concern at a hearing Thursday when former Tax Department Executive Director Dino Decano told the panel that his agency has not had trained auditors to review the net proceeds of minerals tax reports submitted by mining companies for a couple of years. News 46 will have more on the story as it develops.
And yesterday afternoon, a heavily intoxicated man fled on foot through the desert after rolling a stolen vehicle on a residential street.
Yesterday afternoon, right before 4 p.m., a single vehicle rollover on Leslie and Sloan. Witnesses reported that the man inside the vehicle crawled out through the side door and then eventually made it out through the sunroof. He went on a drunken stumble in his full dress shirt and tie through the desert. Nye County Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene along with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. Witnesses followed the man northbound, where he ended up on the next street just north of Sloan. Deputies commanded the suspect to halt several times. All commands were ignored. Deputies eventually tackled the suspect onto the ground, then walked him back to their vehicle, where he fell down once again, barely able to stand. Back at the vehicle, they found that this vehicle is actually reported stolen out of Las Vegas Metro. They also found other merchandise inside the car that still had security tags in place on them. They found vomit, an empty beer container, and an empty pill bottle as well. They took all these items into evidence. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And another accident involving a suspected drunk driver happened Friday night on Irene when a minivan struck a tree. This suspect also fled on foot.
Right before 6 p.m. Friday night, a single vehicle accident here on Irene between Lola and Blagg. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Nye County Sheriff's deputies to find no one was inside this minivan, which ran into a tree. Upon arrival, the owner of the home came to greet the emergency crews, who said that her husband had actually run off trying to catch the driver of this minivan, who fled on foot. Nye County Sheriff's deputies were able to run the plate and found out that the person who is the registered owner of this van actually lives just blocks away at 781 Pilt Street. They were able to find the person who actually was the driver of this vehicle. It hit the tree at such an impact, it actually shook the tree, knocking the top off and breaking the whole entire top off this tree. The owner of this residence was unhappy to see what this driver of this vehicle had actually done to his yard, as well as the damage to his tree, fleeing on foot. Nye County Sheriff's deputies did a field sobriety test on the driver of this minivan, who actually was arrested on suspicion of DUI. There was no injuries sustained in this accident. This is Deanne O'Donnell on Irene for News 46.
Well, the 4th annual Bluegrass Festival is gearing up. Founder Dan Shinhoffen spoke to News 46.
It's the 4th annual event. It's April 8th, 9th, and 10th, 4651 Homestead Road at the VFW Hall. Music will start Friday at 1 o'clock, go till 7, Saturday from 10 to 7, Sunday from 10 to 3, or whenever people want to leave after that. We again are giving away a wheelbarrow full of beer. Sunday, that'll be the drawing. There'll be some drawings during the day Saturday, and we also, this time we're asking winners must be present. So we're going to have a lot of drawings, though. We've got 4 rounds of golf, or a round of golf for 4, however you want to put it, at Mountain Falls has been donated. We have some oil changes. We have just lots of stuff to auction off, or not auction off, to raffle off. So come on in, buy your raffle tickets. The event's free. There'll be some good vendors and great music. So,
some of the bands that are playing, I know you're going to be performing.
I'll be playing a little bit on Friday probably, because Friday is acoustic grass. It's could be country, folk, blues, anything, but it's all acoustic music. Saturday is all about bluegrass. We've got Stuck in Reverse, Virtual Strangers, Aspen Ridge, Brush Arbor Revival, Stillhouse Road, Old Time Fiddlers. We're going to have a lot of groups, and hopefully we'll have some more local people want to jump up and play. And we'll have some open jam time too. So if you want to play, come on out, bring.
Sharon Kalin invites everyone for an important fundraiser to benefit the Nathan Adelson Hospice. The Great Balls of Fire event at Mountain looks to be a lot of fun with lots of good prizes.
To raise money to build a new hospice right next to Desert Regional.
This is going to be great. This is right off of Wilson.
It's right off of Wilson, and it's very much needed. About 60% of the people that live in Pahrump are over 60, 70, 80. And if you don't know about Nathan Adelson, I know that without them I couldn't have made it through my husband's illness. They were there, whatever I needed. And please, if your loved one is really, really ill, please contact them. They'll help you out.
So what about the fundraiser? What can the public do? What is it?
Okay, the fundraiser is called Great Balls of Fire, and it is going to be at Mountain Falls, August 7th.
April
2nd. It starts at 6 o'clock. There's a cocktail hour. What you do is the tickets are $50 a ticket. Of course, all the money goes to the building fund.
News 46 spoke to Pahrump Health and Rehab, formerly known as Evergreen. They had a virus at their facility, but it is being contained, and they are reporting daily to the health department. All patients are receiving medical treatment and are doing well. They must contain patients and have no visitors until 72 hours after the last symptoms are present. They are on the clock at this time. And now, Kelsey, I noticed that you're wearing a jacket. Is that because you're cold?
Oh, no, it's quite sunny out. But what I wanted to ask you, with the virus going around,
yeah,
is that something to do with the weather, you think?
I hope not, because
I know allergies are spiking.
Allergies are spiking because it's the season for that. We've got lots of pollen in the air and all that stuff, but we've also got colder temperatures coming back in, so you may want to keep that jacket. And I hope you guys haven't put your jackets away in your closets yet, because we're going to be seeing 30-degree temperatures overnight yet again, coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere. We got your 7-day forecast right after this break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. Today, nice and warm, a high 78 degrees. Winds were coming out of the west-southwest at about 11 miles per hour. Now our pressure holding steady, 30.15 on the barometer. Sunrise was at 6:56 a.m. and our record high was 88 degrees back in 2007. Looking at tonight, it's going to be partly cloudy out there, a low of 50 degrees. Winds out of the north at about 4 miles per hour. Sunset's going to be at 6:50 p.m. thanks to that little skip forward we had yesterday. And our record was 15 degrees back in 1962. Looking at our 7-day forecast, tomorrow's looking great for us. 79 degrees for the high, 52 degrees for the low. No real strong winds expected. Nice, very relaxing day for everyone. Wednesday, the winds start coming right back in. We got 30-mile-per-hour gusts expected, a high of 80 degrees. That's, I think, our first 80 degree of 2011, with 42 for the overnight low. Thursday, getting a little bit breezier for us. 33-mile-per-hour gusts expected, a high of 66 and a low of 36. Now, it's not a typo. We're dropping down to 66 degrees from 80 degrees the day before. We got a nice cold front pushing in. It's going to chill things off for us just a couple days here. Friday, 63 degrees for the high, 37 degrees for the low, with 37-mile-per-hour gusts expected. Saturday, we got about a 20% chance of rain, getting sandwiched in by some 10% chances of rain on Friday and Sunday, and I'll keep you posted to let you know whether or not that's actually going to hit us. But Saturday, we got 23-mile-per-hour gusts, 57 degrees for the high, 33 degrees for the low. Very cold, if you remember. This is what we were feeling just a couple weeks back. Sunday, looking pretty good, a little bit warmer, but still very chilly compared to what we've had over the last couple weeks. 59 degrees for the high, 34 degrees for the low, with gusts up to 23 miles per hour. Now Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy, and we're looking at 70 degrees for the high. Thank goodness we're back up in the spring temperatures, with 45 degrees for the overnight low. And a very special preemptive happy birthday wish goes out to Al Jones.
For those of you who don't know Al, he's the co-host of our Young at Heart show right here on Channel 46.
And there will be a special hearing tonight at 6 p.m. at the Pahrump County Complex on Walt Williams Drive.
It will be a public hearing, discussion, deliberation, and possible decision to determine whether the best interests of the town of Pahrump are no longer being served by the town board form of government.
That's right, and we will be airing this meeting tonight on Channel 46.1 and 46.4. The Salvation Army is trying to help the victims of the tragic earthquake in Japan, and they would like your help.
Text Japan to 80888 to give $10 to the Salvation Army's Japan relief work. This is a one-time donation of $10 to your mobile phone bill. Please respond yes to the thank you message you receive.
And if you've missed any part of this newscast, you can watch it all again on our website at KPVM.TV. Jeff, do we have time for one more? All right, real quick, folks, we got the Destination Devil's Hole coming up. That's going to be Saturdays, March 19th and 26th. The Junior Ranger program starts at 11:30 a.m. and runs to 12 p.m. And the guided hike will be from 12 to 2:30 p.m. And, of course, we'll have much more information on that as it continues on and gets much closer to the date. Folks, that said, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Kelsey Roberts.
From everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.